Hi, Pauli Miettinen. You are a professor of data sciences at the University of Eastern Finland, and you are the research group leader of the Algorithmic Data Analysis Research Group. Could you briefly describe what your research group is like and what are some of its key focus areas?
Hi, Britta. Yes, sure. So we're Algorithmic Data Analysis Group, as you said, and we're doing two things. So one side we're doing the method development. So we come up with answers for other people's questions. Though we don't have the questions, we just have the answers. And then what we do is we try to find people who have those questions, and then we work with them in the more applied science side of the thing. So one hand we do new methods for new questions that maybe people haven't thought to even ask for. And on the other hand, we then try to find the questions for our answers and sometimes even use other answers for other people's questions.
Okay, wow, sounds interesting. And could you give some examples of the kind of challenges or research questions that your group is tackling?
Sure. So we're trying to, so on the side of the coming up with the answers and the method development, we try to come up with methods that are explainable. So where it's easy to understand why they do what they do. For example, finding ways to describe data sets in different ways. So that we have multimodal data, how to utilize that, and so on. Or social network analysis or so on. And then on the other hand, for the various applications, well, that actually depends on with whom we are collaborating, but we do some brain image analysis currently and also some text analysis and so on. So that's kind of like a wide area of applications where surprisingly many methods actually can be used on very, very broad different areas.
Okay, nice. And what do you see, what kind of impact would you like your group to have in the next, let's say, 5 to 10 years?
Well, you might have noticed that this year the Nobel Prizes went to computer scientists. So maybe that will take more than 10 years, but like that would be like a nice. But generally, honestly, I hope that the methods we're developing will find use. To some extent, it's a matter of like people in the application domains knowing that these kind of questions can be, so that you need to even realize that such a question can be asked. And there would be a solution for the question. And then, of course, I also hope that on our collaborations in general, we help people in various fields understand what is actually possible with the modern data science and data analysis techniques. I've seen this is often really a question that not everybody even understands. So they have the data, but they don't understand, they don't know that actually such questions could be answered. And when you don't know this, it doesn't cross your mind. You don't start to think that what could I do in my research field if I would be able to solve such a problem, because the problem, it feels something that you didn't even think that, oh wow, you could solve such a problem.
Wow, sounds very important indeed. And you hinted at some collaborations. What kind of collaborations do you have within the universities and outside of it?
Yeah, so within university, as I mentioned, we collaborate with the neuro researchers, Ville Leinonen and then Jussi Tohka, in one existing project for analyzing brain scans. Then we also have had like collaborations with the Department of Law on analyzing some things and like how to use AI for developing laws. Not as bad as it sounds. Also with like workplace safety, occupational safety researchers on some actually natural language processing, and also with humanities. So we try to do, and then some athletes on how to improve their training regime, and now starting something with the administration on predicting the student graduation, like how many students will graduate. So lots of this kind of like some are smaller, some are bigger projects, but these are mostly all this kind of applied projects where we bring our knowledge of the data analysis to help the collaborators to do whatever is their important thing. Then externally, the most collaborations we do then get into the method development side. So where we collaborate with researchers, Finland and abroad, mostly Central Europe and then Helsinki in Finland, on the data science, data mining, data analysis, method development side. This is like a more traditional scientific collaboration in the method development side.
Okay. Wow, it sounds like you're collaborating a lot with different actors. Sounds very good and important indeed. Then one last but the most important question. Why should postdocs choose your research group for their postdoc?
That's a good question. So what we provide is this collaboration between, or the position between the applied field and the methodological field. So we provide understanding of the novel methods and novel approaches, and then the opportunity to combine that with the background on medical side. So I think that would be what we provide most compared to the other groups, especially in this project.
Perfect. Very good strengths that your research group has. Thank you very much for this, Pauli Miettinen.
Thank you, Peritta. My pleasure.